I'm Gary Shuster. My company name is Mr. Brilliant Jewelry, and this is my podcast. I've got Ken here today. He's the owner of Mass Inbound, and he's going to be asking me a couple of questions. Welcome to my podcast.
Thanks, Gary. Love being here, and I'm excited to learn more about the jewelry industry. I have tons of questions for you. It's really interesting. We've got to talking a little bit, and I'm super interested in everything that you do and everything that you've done in the past, because you have some incredible experiences in the jewelry industry. So I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you.
I think one of the biggest questions I have, just to kind of set the stage, is how'd you get into jewelry and why jewelry? Like, where did that come from in your life, and how did that originate for you?
Okay, so first of all, I was very lucky that my father was born before me, and his father was born before him. So my grandfather was a diamond cutter. He started at about 16 years old, and when he was about 30 or 28, about 30 or 28, my dad started in the business. If that makes sense, hold on, let me think about that. My dad had to be like 16. No, he had to be 16. So if he had the kid, he had to be in his 30s. But basically, my dad started out with them, but my dad started out being a lawyer. So he just qualified as being a lawyer. And a week later, he started working for his dad. He wasn't interested in law, but it was great to have. And so my grandfather started out as a diamond cutter. My dad was more of a diamond dealer. He had his own business with my grandfather, but he bought diamonds for very big companies in South Africa. So one of them was American Swiss, and he would buy the diamonds, millions of dollars of little diamonds in India and in Russia and a few other places. And sometimes he would bring some of the buyers with him. And my dad traveled a lot, so he would travel for a couple of weeks out of the month. And so I wasn't too close to my dad growing up, but when I got to the age of 19, I started working with my dad. So that was about 30 years ago. And started learning the business. He took me around to the jewelers for about 3 years or 4 years, and I wasn't allowed to say anything. If I said a word, he'd kick me under the table, because he told me that there can only be one salesperson, and he could be trying to put the client in a certain direction, and then I say something, and then he loses his mojo. So I was like the silent
Makes sense.
sales guy / son, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the business, about where to get the diamonds from, what the jewelers were paying, and where the jewelers were.